As you're probably well aware, in the Garden of Eden, God gives Adam and Eve two commandments: to multiply and replenish the earth, and to not partake of the fruit. This can be seen as a contradiction. Without the fruit's knowledge, Adam and Eve wouldn't have been able to multiply and replenish the earth. You might have wondered why God would issue such contradictory commandments in the first place, and there's one scholar who sees hints in communication theory. To a communications theorist, all behavior is communication. Even things like passive body language or just straight up inaction still sends a message. And all communication is influence. Whether you intend it or not, the person receiving the message is still affected by it or responds to it, at least in some fashion. In that light, if God wanted Adam and Eve to freely choose to partake of the fruit, it would have been really hard for him to do it in a way that didn't influence the outcome. But there's such a thing as a paradoxical injunction, a command that you can't either obey or disobey. Statements like, "You must ignore me," or "be spontaneous." These were first pointed out in the early 1900s by Bertrand Russell, and they've been an interesting case for communication theorists to consider ever since. When it comes to those contradictory commandments, Adam and Eve couldn't obey both. They had to choose. And so God gives them a choice without explicitly telling them to make that choice, and without necessarily influencing the outcome. They chose on their own to disobey, despite the consequences, knowing full well what would happen because they saw wisdom in choosing to multiply and replenish. The full article from Gerard Balmer is only a few pages. It's a pretty brisk read. Go ahead and check it out, and let me know in the comments what you think about God's paradoxical injunction.